All right, guys, here is the truth about snow days. It's a tough call to make. I have the responsibility of making the call for my school, and it's one of those things where you're kind of darned if you do, darned if you don't. If you call a snow day and the night before and it doesn't snow, you look like a dope. If you don't call a snow day and before you know it, you wake up and it's a blizzard outside and you realize, oh, I should have called one the night before, then you also look bad and put people in danger. So it's not an exact science, I'll tell you that. I have to tell you, it's actually gotten a little bit harder to figure out whether or not you should call a snow day, because the weatherman over, I would say, about the last 5 to 7 years, they've started to exaggerate greatly and get everybody all hyped up and worried. You know, you have teachers doing snow dances 5 days before the snow event even, because, you know, it's snowing in Wyoming or something like that. And so, and then they have, they even bust out the European model sometimes. You know, they say, oh, it's supposed to snow 2 or 3 inches, but the European model is saying 5 to 8, and that kind of complicates things. But so it's kind of a guess as to what you should really do. Also, the timing is a challenge too, because parents always like to know the night before, and it's not always crystal clear and obvious that you need a snow day the night before, but they want to know the night before. And I understand, you got to line up the grandparents, the babysitters, et cetera, et cetera. Those are the challenges that go along with calling a snow day. How do we decide? How do I decide? Well, looking at the weather and kind of taking it with a grain of salt. Also, you know, the text messages amongst the principal group, they start hot and heavy as soon as there is the possibility of needing a snow day. But at the end of the day, it really is just a judgment call, and it comes down to whether or not it will be dangerous to come in to school.
On top of all that, it is exhausting. Learning from home is not the best. I have to say that when I leave for work as a mother, as a wife, I leave everything from home here at home, and then I go into the office. But when you're working from home, it's like all of that comes in together, and you try to separate it, but you're trying hard to focus on emails and everything else that's coming your way, but you still have a car in the driveway that won't start, and you have kids at home that are hungry, and then you have, you know, furry babies that need your attention, and so it's just a lot. So it's exhausting. The hours of the day go by so fast. It's, you know, when you wake up and before you know it, you're wrapping up. And then there's all of the pieces of you know, people or parents having problems with connections, or internet goes down, or we can't hear, and there's just so many things going on. So it's not like we're sitting at home, or I'm sitting at home watching Netflix or my Mexican soap operas.
¡Dañas la otra mujer! ¡Maldita! ¡Malditos los dos! Al enterarse de la verdad, arremete.
Actually, it is very exhausting. I'd rather be in school with all the kids instead of being at home.
All right, guys, there's the truth from a couple of principals, and feel free to leave comments down below. Let us know your take on things, but stay warm, everybody.